Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm gonna continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
Hey Vortex, hey Arkham. Before we get into this, I gotta show you something. It's funny. So I was playing WWE 2K23. My credit player was beefing with The Rock. Look at this. He was beefing with The Rock. My God, my credit wrestler was beefing with The Rock. Yeah, look at it. Beefing with The Rock. Save your advice for somebody else. Or actual thanks for the advice. But yeah, my credit wrestler was beefing with The Rock. Seriously, on social media. What's up? Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. We're gonna have fun today, guys. Really, really fun. You know, I was a little bit tired. Today, but I'm a little bit more awake now. You know, it's one of those days where you feel tired all day, but later in the day you do tend to wake up a little bit. I'm not now. I saw Mando episode 19 or chapter 19. I didn't make my review on it, but I am going to make my review on it for tomorrow before I'm going to see Shazam. I was planning to see Shazam Friday, but something came up Friday. I didn't pre-order tickets, so I can't go. So luckily for me, it didn't waste any money, right? I'm pre-order tickets, so I'm going to see it tomorrow instead. But so yeah, the Mandalorian chapter 9 spoiler-free review will go up tomorrow before I see Shazam. And once I see Shazam, the Shazam review will go up tomorrow too. So two basic reviews tomorrow. Okay? And then as you know, Saturday is going to be a special episode of this show of Let's Talk Pop. We're still going to talk about the news, obviously entertainment news from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, whatever. But we're going to talk about two spoiler stuff. We're going to go into detail of Mando chapter 19. We're going to go into detail, and we're going to talk about Shazam spoilers, Fury of the Gods. So it'll be two spoiler reviews live on stream for Let's Talk Pop 6 this upcoming Saturday. And then we'll get into the other news. So it might be a little longer stream than usual on Saturday. Usually I like to go 2 hours, 2.5. Maybe we'll go 3 on Saturday. I don't know. Maybe I'll start a little bit earlier on Saturday, just in case. But yeah. But that's Saturday. Oh, I know what you sent me. I know. I do like the little DM group you have, Vortex. It's pretty funny. Oh, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, please. Okay? Do me a favor. Okay? Who is that? I'm not sure who that is. Okay. Okay, okay. But yes, there's a lot of things to talk about. So the reviews for Shazam 2 actually have come out today. Apparently it's really, really good. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about the James Gunn directing Superman Legacy. I think we all knew that, but he officially basically confirmed it tonight or today earlier in the afternoon. We're a little bit talk about this Snyder teasing for SnyderCon for April 18th, and it has a whole Snyder fandom going insane. And I'll tell you why it means nothing. It means nothing for the Snyderverse, because I'll tell you why. We're gonna also talk about how, even though Shazam looks like the reviews are good, we're gonna talk about how it looks like it may not do well at the box office. Take a look at that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched the premiere episode of Gotham Knights, and I'll tell you one thing: it is not good. It's not good. It's not a good show. I watched it last night. It's not good. Yeah. And we're gonna take a look at the first look at Michael Chlitz as Lex Luthor and Superman and Lois. Okay? We're going to do invitations too. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that too. That's true too. Okay. Bear with me here. I'm a little tired. So if I'm moving my head, I'm like this, you know the reason why. Bear with me. So I'm going to try my best, all right? Maybe that's why I want people on. Okay. Let's start with this. So I'm going to bring it up. No, not that. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, I am directing Superman's Legacy to release on July 11th, 2025. My brother Matt told me when he saw the release date, he started to cry. I asked him why. He said, "Dude, it's Dad's birthday. I hadn't realized. I lost my dad almost 3 years ago. He was my best friend. He didn't understand me as a kid, but he supported my love of comics and my love of film, and I wouldn't be making this movie now without him. It has been a long road to this point. I was offered Superman years ago. I initially said no because I didn't have a way in that felt unique and fun and emotional. I gave Superman the dignity he deserved. Then a bit less than a year ago, I saw a way in many ways centering around Superman's heritage. How both his aristocratic Kryptonian parents and his Kansas farmer parents form who he is, and the choices he makes. You're all losers. So I chose to finally take on writing a script, but I was hesitant to direct, despite the constant pestering my peer staff and others to commit. Sorry, Peter. Just because I write something doesn't mean I feel it in my bones. Visually, emotionally enough to spend over 2 years directing, especially not something of this magnitude. But the long and short of it is, I love the script and I'm incredibly excited as we begin this journey. Hashtag up, up, and away. So you could tell from this thread, it was it's his father. His father was an inspiration for everything. Right? His father was an inspiration for everything. And he wasn't sure at one point how to do Superman. He always wanted to do Superman, but he wasn't sure how he could do Superman and do him justice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I say doing justice? Did I take a shot at someone? Maybe I did take a shot at someone by saying that. Who did I take a shot at? And it seemed he was just fighting, the right justice, how to write the right story for Superman, something that works for that he feels comfortable with, to write the script. And he's a comic book and film fan, and Superman's iconic as hell. Yeah, Snyder, that's right. That's 100% right. That's right. I'm sorry. And he admits he was offered Superman years ago, right? But he didn't feel like he had the creativity, the creativity in his mind how to do Superman at the time. But then less than a year ago, he found a way, and something that, he found something that could work. And that's what he admit. Now, he did admit he was hesitant to direct the movie. So at first he was questioning about directing the movie at first, but they wanted him to direct. Peter Safran and others wanted him to direct. And so he finally gave in. I guess it's because they saw success of his movies. The Guardians, Peacemaker. He's always going to be a executive producer and everything basically going forward. Waller, of course. He has a hand in that. And they want him to kick off. They want him for the big film of the DCU, for Superman. They wanted him. He was hesitant, but they wanted him, and he eventually gave in. I think it was smart. I think it was of course, if I was them, Warner Brothers, Discovery, or Peter Safran, I would want him to direct it too. And I think he made the right decision. Right decision by deciding to direct it. And I know a lot of people are not going to be happy in a certain fandom, and they're pissed off. They're pissed off because their fellow Lord and Savior tease SnyderCon, and they all think it's Snyder Verse stuff. And it's probably just that. Yeah, I heard that, Blind Bro. Animal Man. Right? And this is great. I mean, I think Guardians might be the best Marvel movie of the year. I mean, obviously Guardians doesn't come out for what? May, right? So less than 2 months. It's early May, right, Guardians? May 5th, right? May 5th or 6th? Guardians, I think. I think it's early May. So, less than really 2 months. And, he also had a good relationship with Warner Brothers, especially with the Scooby-Doo stuff franchise. Good relationship with, Disney. I mean, the Disney relationship, you could say, is good, but it's kind of up and down. I mean, maybe he did feel hurt when they let him go, but then they got a lot of backlash for letting him go and decided to rehire. Maybe he did feel a little hurt there. I don't know how he feels now about Disney and Marvel. It seems he's not the kind of guy who comes out and says in the media, like, I mean, he does come out on Twitter and all that stuff, but it doesn't seem like the kind of guy where he'll let out his feelings on how he felt about how things went for him during that time period. He'll debunk stuff, but he won't. But I wonder how he really feels about. I know I heard good stuff, man. I heard good stuff about Shazam. So I wonder how he really feels about Disney and Marvel. If there's any, even though there seems like they work together, it's still, is there resentment towards that? And if you have the link, you're all allowed to come on. I want Morwalk on. Where's Morwalk? Get Morwalk on. Where's Morwalk? I'm inviting you. I need Morwalk on. Man, Morwalk is even beefy with my created character. Now, this has just been officially announced, right? But I think we could all say, everybody in the chat here, everybody on social media, everybody that's in the know or just not in the know, had pretty much knew that this is a for sure thing that he was going to direct Superman Legacy. We all knew that. I think we all knew that. So, yeah, I'm seeing it tomorrow. So it's not really a surprise. It's official. I mean, it's not really surprising that. Oh my God, James Gunn is directing Superman's Legacy. I'm not. You didn't see me shocked. I didn't go like this. Oh my God, fanboying out. Because we all knew. We all knew. Shazam, let me check. You're still gonna see it, Brian, bro. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna make you see it. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna make you see it. I'm checking. No, this is just the first. I think this is the first domino to fall. Right, we're starting to see some movement in the new DCU. Okay, we all know the shows. We know everything's going on. Yeah, I know it was. We all know what's happening in the first part of Chapter 1. The Ignite project was announced. Okay. Do you think, Degrassi, if this is true, do you think it's because the pandemic? If they didn't have if the 2020 wasn't basically a wasted year, this wouldn't be this. It'd probably be different. Oh, I'm gonna go on Snyder. I'm gonna talk about what SnyderCon is. I think SnyderCon has nothing to do with Snyder stuff. Well, it has something to do with Snyder stuff, but it's not a Snyder verse. I'll tell you why. In a minute. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Okay. Listen, guys. These people who are excited for SnyderCon and they think this Netflix is getting the Snyderverse and Zack Snyder's gonna announce that, they're gonna be very disappointed once again. You want to know why? I'm gonna go back to James Gunn. Yesterday, Netflix has shelved a $130 million budget movie, Womcom, that has Scarlett Johansson, Michael Fassbender, Owen Wilson in it. Okay? $130 million, they shelved it. Okay? What makes you think they're going to ask Zack Snyder to do a $200 to $250 million budget on $200 to $250 million to $300 million, whatever, on two movies that could cost upward to $600 to $750 million to make? Netflix ain't going to do that. If they could cancel that movie, that had a bunch of stars in it for $130 million budget. Guess what? They're not going to do that for. They're not going to do that for. It's not Justice League 2 and 3. They're not going to do that. Here's the problem with Netflix. Netflix has to put some of their movies in theaters. Okay? So they can make money. If Netflix is struggling and they sell movies, maybe they need to put their movies in theaters and try to at least make a profit. What Glass Onion was very well received, right? How much money could that make if it was in a theater, if it stayed in theaters? If it went to theaters and not Netflix, how much money could it make? You think it'd make a decent amount of money? Here's the thing about Netflix. It doesn't have the financial resources that Apple and Amazon have. Because if you know, Apple and Amazon make tons of movies, but they could lose a lot of money. The money Amazon has, it's like unlimited. Well, not really unlimited, but you know my point. Same with Apple. Netflix doesn't have that. Hey, Justin.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm just, giving the Snyder Bros a reality and why Netflix is not going to do the Snyder Verse.
Yeah, not happening.
No.
But a Snyder convention could happen, and I think that would be kind of fun to rally all the fans together, and everyone will get to meet each other. That'd be cool. Why not?
Why is he the only director that has this? Why do no other directors have this? Why is him? Is his ego so big he needs something like this?
Well, think of it this way. It's not really about ego. It's about just bringing people together who were supportive of him, and to throw a convention would be a nice way to show appreciation. And you know what? I would be fine with any director doing it. Like if we had Spielberg Con and Steven Spielberg was there,
Yeah.
like had a lot of his actors that, not his actors, but a lot of the cast of all of his movies, show
People
up.
who've worked with him, yeah.
Yeah, and from below the line talent to the director of photography and like sound design people and just like people from all different departments coming together for their love of Spielberg films. So why can't we do the same thing with like Zack Snyder? Why?
They can, but that they're thinking, oh, he's getting out Snyder Justice League 2 and 3, and I'm like, Netflix is not going to do that. If they cut a movie, $130 million movie yesterday, do budget cuts, they're not going to spend $200 to $250 million on another movie.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago when I was out in LA, everybody and their mother got a Netflix deal. I mean, even someone I went to college with got a Netflix deal. I'm not joking about that. Someone I know was a creator of a show there.
Netflix does that, right? They spend without thinking sometimes, and now they're starting to think. Now they're like, "Oh my, we're really in trouble. We can't do this. And they don't have the money. They're not Amazon or Apple. Amazon and Apple have so much more money than Netflix. Like so much. They have so much more financial. So when Amazon and Apple make a movie, and if it even sucks, so what? They could afford to lose that because they have so much more money.
Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, it's nice to have a good safety net. And Netflix is kind of one of those things that was like a competitor to Blockbuster, but had the DVDs that they would send to your house, and it was like on demand and stuff.
It was like the first.
Yeah, and that's why it's such a big entity as it is. But stocks have plummeted. Like, I feel bad for anyone who's a long-time investor who was like, oh, $600 a share, that's great, and then it just goes straight down the shitter to $100.
At the beginning, it was good because it was like the first. It was like the first it was like the first streaming service, right? It was really like the first streaming service. And all the other side, a bunch of other streaming services started to pop up, and that started to make Netflix a little bit obsolete.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and in a way, it's like this was supposed to be an alternative to cable,
Yeah.
and now it's like we're paying for cable, but all these different networks. It's like it would be nice if we could pay for like 2 or 3 shows we like, or
Yeah.
do the free trial. But yeah, I think the worst one is HBO Max and how much of a rip off that is.
At least HBO has
That's
quality
just
shows.
my opinion, though. But but going to Netflix, though, yeah, they're in trouble if they continue to make terrible decisions and be way too liberal with their money.
If Netflix does need to purchase some of the movies in theaters to at least make something.
Yeah,
I mean, they do sometimes for limited, right? Like that's not gonna help. Make something.
I think The Irishman was in theaters for a little bit.
Yeah, they gotta do more. I mean, if The Glass Onion was very well received. It was nominated for some Oscar awards, but it was a limited release in theaters. I wonder how much it could have made. I know what's going up against Avatar because it came out on Netflix in December. I mean, it's not going to compete with Avatar, obviously, but maybe it can still make a decent enough amount.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you thinking about?
Knives Out.
Glass Onion. That's what I was thinking. Yes,
Yeah.
It was there for a little bit.
Yeah.
I actually saw Knives Out in the theater. That might make you feel a little better. Like I'm not just one of those haters of Rian Johnson. No, I don't like what he did with Star Wars. I loved Knives Out. Yes, do more Knives Out movies. Get away from Star Wars. That has always been my opinion, and that's exactly how it's going to stay. But Glass Onion was okay though. I didn't love it. I thought it was decent. It was like okay, fun movie, I guess. Didn't really want to think too much about it. Don't care to.
And these people, the Snyder people, they're so pissed off today because once the stuff about Snyder comes happening, all of a sudden, a few hours later, James Gunn announces he's doing Superman Legacy. And they think, oh, they're just doing this to smite Zack Snyder, to one-up Zack Snyder.
Why?
Because that's how they think.
Who?
They think everybody's out to get them.
May I use an F-bomb here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who gives a fuck? Who cares? This is such a dumb thing to get mad about. I don't even see these people who are like mad because like I honestly like I have filtered out like a few different things on Twitter just so I don't ever see it again. One of them is Snyder. Like I don't want to see it again.
Is he like the most controversial director?
No.
For the last 3 years, like on Twitter.
I don't think he's not controversial. It's not him.
The people is this fan base.
Yeah, it's like it's one thing to have like a dedicated fan base who loves something and they're like yay and like and they're cool about it. Like a lot of horror fans are like that from the conventions I went to, but not this. Man, it's a whole other level that just it's like I get it. Ideally this is what you want, but can we be realistic here? Yeah, it makes me some of the behavior and the attitude that people have, like it's either Snyderverse or No Verse or whatever the stupid tweet was.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
It was the dumbest thing I'd ever read. One of the dumbest things. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, you know what? It makes me really wish that the Snyder Cut never existed to begin with.
That opened up a Pandora's box, man.
Releasing the Snyder Cut, because those. Yeah, because look, Look, man, I like Lethal Lightning and I like Ryan Kettle, but like, my goodness, would they not shut up about the Snyder Cut? Like, release the Snyder Cut. I'm like, I'm watching a live stream of you guys talking about the Mandalorian. I don't want to hear about you and the Snyder Cut. Talk about the Mandalorian. My God. And they kept bringing it up over and over and over again. It was so annoying. So they were bad back then. And but I was happy that they got what they wanted. You know, I'm like, hey, you know what? I didn't think this was going to happen. I'm glad that you guys are happy. Now we can move on. No, some people did not move on. They may have moved on, but a lot of people did not.
I don't know what it would take for them to move on. That's like the Superman legacy have to really hit with them. Is that what's going to take for them to move on, or it's just dead set in their mind, like this or nothing, or they're gonna take it to the grave?
I think it's a mix of both. There are some. Well, you have to understand that there is always going to be lunatics in every single fan base, and their opinions will not change. Those are not who we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, they are a lost. Some of them are a lost cause.
That's what we're mostly talking about, basically, here.
Yeah, the people who are lost cause, forget about them. The more open-minded people who lean towards Zack Snyder and love the Snyder Verse and the things that he set up, some of them will be more open-minded. Like, okay, like we have this, and then we have this. These are two different universes. That's why no one gets mad that Joker was made. Except for the woke people who are like violence and guns and, you know, all that crap. And that's the thing. It's just like, these are all different universes. Let's all have them, and we can have our fun with each one. We can have our stupid cartoon Teen Titans and have fun with that. We can have Batman the animated series and have fun with that. There's just so many different interpretations that why would you limit yourself to just like, this is the one canonical thing that I'm going to follow, and this is the only one that should ever exist. That kind of mentality is just completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everyone has their taste.
Yes, everyone has a different taste. It's all subjective. Everything is subjective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone has their, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Yeah. And it's okay to, you know, exchange ideas. That's fun. But to be a complete dick about it bothers me. And I think that's been bothering you and a lot of other people for a long, long time.
Yes. It just bothers me because I know people in that certain fandom tend to spread a lot of lies and hate. They're one of the crazies. And I just don't like that. Like, I know people in that fandom, they con people, they dupe people, they kill nation and all that guys. But I really don't talk about them that much anymore. I'm done with that, really. But but I don't know. This is a weird thing for me now, like to do. It's just weird. I don't like to go in detail about them anymore. It's because there's nothing there, really. It's over with, really. DCU and Warner Bros. has moved on.
Yeah, Snyder Cut was one and done. You got what you wanted. Let's move on. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I get that. I would like to ask you this, though. I do have to get on a live stream pretty soon, but I'm very curious. What do you think is the difference between people who just hate a movie and dislike it and are vocal about how they don't like it versus people who are actually toxic? What is the difference in your eyes?
I think toxic people just hate something, just to hate on something. Like the stuff they say is not reasonable, and it's not, their criticism is not valid or stuff like that. They say a lot of stupid stuff. I think people just hate something. You could take them a little bit more seriously. Maybe they have valid criticism and valid why they hate something. I just think toxic people is the opposite. They just hate something and without valid points or criticism, and they just hate something just for the fact of hating it.
Yeah, and I guess some people can't really articulate their thoughts. They hate it because it's like that's just how I feel, you know.
Yeah.
But they can. What I've noticed is some people like they can be reason with you. You can talk to them, but it's I don't know. Have you noticed?
Like when we're streams with Max or whoever, when we say we don't like a movie, we don't talk. We don't speak it toxic. We explain why we don't like it, but we don't go toxic about it. We don't like say unreasonable stuff.
I mean, you speak for yourself. I say a lot of things. Like, I mean, you saw our watch party of Lord of the Rings. I was shitting on it the entire time, and just.
I mean, I was shitting on Willow.
Well, now you got what you wanted. It's canceled.
I don't want things to get canceled, but I knew I didn't want to get canceled. I mean, I didn't watch the season. I didn't watch the season after the first 2 episodes, but I had a feeling it was not going to continue. But you know, I know there's some people upset about it, but what can you do, man? It wasn't groundbreaking for people Disney and Lucas films to continue doing.
Yeah, it's not a big enough IP either.
No.
Yeah, I mean, unless you had like a really compelling story, no. It's something with those, like, I guess what I would call smaller properties. It's very difficult to do that. Somehow the Addams Family came back into relevancy. I don't even know how. I have no clue how, but Jenna Ortega, that's all you needed.
She's becoming a horror icon. Like she's like Wednesday, the Scream series. Now she's going to be in Beetlejuice, a sequel to Beetlejuice. As
X, she was in, and she was. It was interesting to see her in X. Because she seems like she's very young. And I'm like,
she's 20.
Oh, no. She's 20 now?
Yeah, she's only 20. Yeah. She
20,
still looks like a kid.
So she was, okay. If she was 18 in X, then okay, then I have no problems.
Yeah.
I was about to get worried there for a second.
She looks younger than 20. She does.
That's very alarming. But yeah. I mean, she's gonna be 21 in September. Oh shit!
She's a new horse. She's the horror staple now, right? For the horror genre. She's like, that's her. That's gonna be her. I don't know if it's considered typecasting, because I guess you consider typecasting if you're always in the same genre all the time.
Before then she was on Disney Channel and crap like that. So I don't
really?
Know. Something like that. I mean, that was past my generation, so I didn't really know much about it. Like,
she wasn't Disney Channel.
Oh my gosh, she was in Iron Man 3. And she was in Insidious Chapter 2. Oh my goodness, that goes way back. Way back. She's been doing this for a minute.
Insidious Chapter 2. Really? I didn't know she was Insidious. I saw Insidious Chapter 2. I didn't realize she was in there.
Yeah, that was the one I actually liked. I like the first two. I don't even like those movies. I hate them.
The sequel's coming out this year. The third one's coming out this year.
Well, there was 3 and there was 4. I think this is the 5th one.
Yeah. This is true. She's an executive producer now on Wednesday for season 2. Apparently, she didn't really like the first season, the romantic aspect of the first season. She was, yeah. So, this is true. It's crazy though. She's gonna be she's a lot of horror stuff, man. I mean, she's been in a lot of TV shows too. Her early days.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So what do you think of James Gunn directing Superman?
What do I think of him? He had a I don't know about you guys, but I love the Scooby-Doo movies. I don't care who knows, but I love them. It was indirectly because of James Gunn making or writing those movies. I would not have discovered Scream. which has the same actor in it.
Matthew Lillard, yeah.
That was oddly enough, Scooby-Doo was my
Freddie
gateway
Prinze. No, that's not.
into horror. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar with
Yeah.
Scream too. So
Yes, she was.
yeah, it was very, very interesting. Scream is like the marijuana of horror movies. It's the gateway drug.
They're gonna make a 7, Scream 7 now. It's like
I hope so.
You're gonna capture the Fast and the Furious because Fast and Furious has 10 movies.
Oh, just a bunch of stupid fun. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I don't care about cars, and I don't care about Vin Diesel.
No.
I don't care that much.
Care about Vin Diesel. He's not a good actor.
Yeah, it's debatable. Like he plays that character fine. He does Groot with his one line. Fine, I guess.
I mean, anybody can do Groot, right?
Yeah, the pacifier was passable for me. I don't know.
Oh.
But with James Gunn, yeah, let him direct a Superman movie. Just, what I don't like is that's going to be the first one, and the reason why I don't like that is probably because I think this. I've said this a few different times, but I would much rather see a Batman and Robin movie, but Robin like done justice and not like terrible, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's something with the Bat family or something like that. I'm like, I don't care about the
I think that's
rest
what Brave
of
and the
them.
Bold is going to be about. Brave and the Bold, I think, it's going to have the Bat family in it.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Just Batman and Robin. Robin kicking ass with Batman. Ever since I was a kid, like a little kid, I was so mad at Batman Begins because there was no Robin. All I wanted to see for my whole life was Batman and Robin kicking ass on screen.
I hate it.
That's all I wanted. And I
hated the ending in Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises when it had Blake as Robin at the ending. Remember that?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like, oh yeah, I'm Dick Grayson.
This
like,
character at the ending.
But you're not Robin. You're not in this
No.
suit, Christopher Nolan. Why? Come on, you couldn't have. You gave us. I think you gave us Catwoman, sure, but
yes, he did.
Not Robin. Come on, man. That was such a tease. But yeah, like the point is, like, while I'm like, I'm okay. I don't care that James Gunn is directing Superman Legacy. I don't care. I cannot stress that enough. It does not matter as long as the movie is good and that I have a good time at the movie theaters. I get my popcorn and I suspend my disbelief that there's a man flying in the sky and all that crap, which is it's a thing with superhero movies. Believe it or not, I'm not a big fan of superhero movies at all. Formulaic, the big good guy wins, bad guy dies or whatever. Guy saves the day by saving a cat from a tree and crap like that. I don't care. But you know, it's one of those things where and then the comic book fans are like, but in the comics it's like this, and I'm like, okay, which one? Version 1000? Put in issue number 875. I'm like, stop, come on, guys. like it's a movie. It's an adaptation. Let's have fun with this. Let's let the writers write and create something interesting and fun and new. Something that I get it. You want to see what you read on the comic page to be on the big screen, but man, you can only fit so much.
Yeah.
So all I care about is just having fun and a good story, because I don't care about the superpowers. I don't care about the action sequences. I don't care about the big black beam in the sky. I don't care. I just want to have good characters that I can relate to and a good story that
Yep.
hits home on some level. And I want to feel something coming out of the movie. I don't want to feel depressed. I want to feel motivated. I want to feel not depressed, but uplifted. That is something that I've never felt since seeing Spider-Man 2, where that was uplifting. And I was like, yes, that is the superhero movie for me. I have been chasing that feeling for a long time. And it takes something like, even The Dark Knight was like, whatever. It was a good movie, but it was like, it's not Spider-Man 2, though. It was just, some people might hate what I said there, but you know what? That's just my opinion. Like that, and that's okay. I want something fun. I'll be quiet now. I mean,
yeah, I'm just reading what Degrassi. Ah, come on, Degrassi. Yeah, that's not Robin. I don't care.
That's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, not Robin.
I mean, yeah, he was. Nolan cast him as Robin. It was coming off Inception. He was in Inception, so he cast him as Robin. I mean,
yeah, where he like
Well,
literally did nothing in it.
it was
Well,
just-
he didn't do nothing in Inception, but he was just like in that room, like by himself in like the first level. I'm like, you have it easy, bro. Like floating around, like it's ridiculous. I don't know. A lot of movies are just so dumb and stupid when you dive too far deep into it. Like you can either have a good time with it, or you can love it so much that you want to find flaws in it, and sometimes it's very difficult. But I don't know. It's the fun of movies. You know, these are movies. It's make believe. It's not real. It's fun. It's ridiculous. How many times are you going to see a guy shooting webs from his wrist, or somebody, you know, flying around in the sky, or, you know, being such a genius and making an Iron Man suit out of scrap metal while you're being held captive by the Taliban? Like, this is not real. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to take it seriously, I get it. Like you guys love this so much, and I'm with you there. If I love something so much, like I love Scream so much, but I'm doing 2 streams today on it after doing a bunch of other videos and streams on another channel. My goodness.
That's busy, man. That's hard.
There's stupid stuff in those movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, like, do you really think like a ring is gonna give people magical like things, like, and make people go crazy over it? It's like, does the ring represent fandom? I don't know. I don't care. It's fun. It's fun. Who cares? Like, does I mean?
Yeah.
Can do little green elves like who have like lightsabers, like, do they really live for 900 years? No, they don't exist. It's not real. It's fun. It's ridiculous, but it works.
It's good. It's good. It's good though, because like it's entertainment. Like in general, entertainment is not real, but entertainment is there to, you know, take our minds off stuff. Like entertainment is created to help us when stuff are going tough, when we have tough stuff going on in our life, or stressful, whatever, we're going through tough times. Entertainment is there to get us through those hard times. That's what it's created for centuries and centuries. That's what entertainment is all about, really. To make us happy.
Yeah. Degrassi has a good point. Every movie has something to love and hate. I can find at least one redeeming quality in even the worst flick.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So I got to get going here in a few, but I want to know, what's the worst movie you ever paid to see in theaters and sat through the whole thing without walking out?
The thing is, I never walked out of a movie before, even bad movies.
Well, that's good. I've walked out of Thor Ragnarok, so
I'm-
you beat me there.
I'm getting my money's worth. I'm sorry. I paid for it. I'm gonna still watch it even if it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I could easily put Morbius up there. There's been a lot of bad movies. Transformers 2 maybe. Recent.
Man, I couldn't even get through Dark of the Night. I couldn't get through.
I didn't see
when-
that in theaters. I did not see the 5th Transformer movies in theaters because of how
I got it
bad.
on DVD and I couldn't get through the first 5 minutes because Shia LaBeouf was like, "I just met Obama. I just met Obama. I just met Obama." He says it like 15 times. I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, Shia LaBeouf."
I didn't. I
Like,
didn't see the. I didn't see the. I didn't see the 4th and 5th one in theaters because I just realized how ridiculous the movies.
Oh,
I'll tell you the worst movie. I'll tell you one of the worst movies. Independence Resurgence. That might be the worst. It's definitely top 5 up there. The sequel, that was terrible.
Man, I mean, this was Will Smith getting canceled before he was canceled.
Yeah, it was just a son. Yeah.
There's
was
a
a
sign.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I think it's because he did Suicide Squad. I think it's because he was filming Suicide Squad, so he couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason, but because it came out the same year.
Better movie though.
I don't know if we're making a better movie with Will Smith in it. I really don't, because they still had a pretty solid cast in that movie. It was just bad overall.
Yeah, well, Michael B. Jordan in it or something.
No, Michael B. Jordan wasn't in it. No, it was Chris Hemsworth's brother. Chris Hemsworth's brother was in it. Liam Hemsworth. Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't Will Smith's son in it?
Yeah, his son was in it. Yes.
Not Jaden, obviously, but
No. It was just if an actor played his character's son. It was not as. It was
it
Chris
the same
Hemsworth's
kid
brother.
actor as 96 or
I don't
different guy?
think he acts anymore. That the kid, like actor.
Oh,
Yeah, because I don't know what happened. I don't know what's up with that guy's career. I don't think it was him, but his character. It was his character though. Was the main character, one of the main characters in the sequel though. It was Will Smith's in who is I don't.
Oh my
No,
God,
Vanessa.
DeGrasse, you walked out of Hereditary?
Hereditary.
I haven't seen it.
I
Kid
think I've seen
actually
Hereditary.
took his little sister to the party because his mom said so. You were out then? Oh my God, I'm in for a treat.
Independence is one of
Elevated
those.
horror.
Independence is one of those movies that should never got a sequel. Like seriously.
Yeah, it's just sometimes people can't just leave good enough alone.
And the worst thing is at the end they were setting up for like a third movie.
Oh no!
Oh, he's
No, that's
Adrian
not
and the
happening.
boys? Willie. Little Nicky, right? Nicky from Fresh Prince has played was the son in Independence. He's A-Train on the boys?
Or is it the little kid from Independence Day?
Yeah, he was if you watch Fresh Prince, he played Nicky, like this boy.
The little boy? Okay, so that's how he got in Independence Day.
Yeah,
Right,
connection with Will Smith, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Will Smith, way back when, nice guy. Nice guy until he got cut. But, and I don't want to go into that though. But yeah, that was
Okay.
that's interesting trivia there that I did not know about.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that either. Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. He's right. The actor who plays A-Train on the boys did play the son in Insurgents. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Now,
I-
yeah. So the worst for you was Resurgence. Mine has to be movie 43. Yeah,
Oh,
I
seen
paid
that.
money to see that. I paid money to see that. Oh my Lord. That I was on board right up until the Elizabeth Banks scene at the very end with the cartoon cat, and the cat is wanking itself, and I'm like, no.
I don't want to see it.
No, I am off of this train now. You crossed the line for me with the cartoon cat is like whacking it. I'm like, no. I draw the line at that. But it was right at the end, so I'm like, we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, that's probably the worst. But yeah, redeeming qualities in all of them.
Maybe there's something small redeeming qualities in some of these terrible movies. There's always something good in a terrible movie, right? You just find one thing at least is good in a terrible movie. Yeah,
Hugh Jackman with it was a Hugh Jackman or somebody else, but either way, Kate Winslet was in the scene, and he had balls on his chin. I'm like, that's
I remember that. Yeah,
that is fantastic. That is what sold a lot of these other celebrities to be in it, because of that scene. I'm like, yes, that was an awesome opening. I thought it was so funny. It just went on too long. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get it. He has balls on his chin. And
Wolverine has balls on his chin.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny.
One last question. Are you excited? Are you excited for Joker 2?
I don't know. I really did like the first.
For Joker 2 as you are Superman Legacy.
I mean, I like the first movie really well. I like Joker, the first movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I personally I was one of those people, like, and they even admitted, like, even Todd Phillips and people and Joaquin Phoenix even admitted at that point they don't really need a sequel. They didn't want a sequel, right? I thought I probably am gonna be excited for it because Lady Gaga is a very good actress. She's one of the few musicians turned actresses that's actually pretty good, which is a weird thing because most of the ones suck.
In DC, we have Jared Leto.
yeah. And I'll just say it's like
great as Joker, but great in other things. But
anyways. I mean, I'm a little excited. It's just that I don't think it was needed. But that movie made $1 billion, so like Warner Bros. is like, yeah, we're gonna just make a sequel.
And it was pretty low budget.
Yeah,
Martin Scorsese helped produce it, and it was inspired by Scorsese. Bradley Cooper was the producer for some reason.
Oh, maybe it's connection with Todd Phillips.
I don't know why he was.
I think he has a connection with Todd Phillips. Yeah, Hangover.
Yeah. Oh, that was one movie I did get to see in theaters. I walked out of Lands of the Lost and went to sneak into The Hangover. Best decision of my life.
Yeah, that's a good decision. Yeah,
Land of the Lost sucked. Sorry, Will Ferrell, but not everything can be a banger.
Will Ferrell doesn't make any bangers anymore. Like, I don't even know what, like, his time. I don't even know his last movie.
I mean, the last one I saw in the theater was Anchorman 2, but the last really good one, like really, really good one that just had me floored with how awesome it was Step Brothers.
Yeah, Step Brothers is really good. Yes, he made a lot of good movies in the 2000s era. Step Brothers. Yeah.
Talladega Nights was a banger.
Talladega Nights, yeah, that's great.
I had my ticket stubbed for that movie for the longest time, but it faded.
What's it called? The basketball movie. What's it called? Oh my God!
No.
The Jackie Moon with Woody Harrelson.
Shit! No. Woody Harrelson, was he in that? Because that's White Man Can't Jump.
No, but he was in another basketball movie with Will Ferrell. Remember he was. Hey George.
I'm gonna look it up now.
What movie was it, George, with Will Ferrell and Woody Harrelson, the basketball movie?
Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh, you gotta fix your mic.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm also I'm finishing up dinner while I'm getting this set up, so I apologize.
Okay.
Hey, George.
What up, Justin?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just got home from work.
Okay. It's awesome, dude.
Yep. What were you guys talking about? I just came in like about like basketball comedies or something.
Yeah, we were talking about Will Ferrell movies and how he had such bangers like Talladega Nights and
In
Step Brothers.
2000s,
By
especially.
the way, I actually used a line from Step Brothers as a pickup line, sort of, that didn't quite work because I was not confident enough. I told this girl that I liked, and I've never said this before. I told this girl that I liked after she sang in a talent show. I said, "Your voice is a mixture of Fergie and Jesus." I actually told that, and then she was like, "Okay," like, "Oh, thank you." And then she saw Step Brothers. She's like, "By the way," like she told me like one day, I was like, "Oh, what's up?" She's like, "By the way, when you said that my voice was like Fergie and Jesus, I hadn't seen Step Brothers at the time, so I had no clue what you were talking about. But I thought that was funny." Like, it's supposed to be a compliment, but yeah. But she remembered it, so okay. That's a small victories, guys. Small victories.
I got to rewatch Anchorman. That was one of my favorites from him.
We're talking about Step Brothers, but okay.
Yeah, no, like Step Brothers I got to rewatch, but no, like now you're.
Yeah, you really do have to fix your mic, George.
Yeah, your phone sucks.
I'll bring my mic closer. No, I'm on my laptop. I'm downstairs. That's probably why. Unless like my thing's on.
Yeah, it's like it comes in very quickly. It's
Try
like,
now.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, my laptop.
Try now, George.
Yep. Trying to fix it.
Can you hear me?
Basement. I could hear you, but it's very.
You're in the basement.
I could be talking too quickly. Maybe that's it.
Or are you actually talking too quickly? Okay. You never talk. Like, are you on crack or something? That's
no.
Did a kid poison you, George, or something?
Did they poison your apples?
If they did, then I'm trying to go for perfect attendance, so I can't even miss work.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away unless it's laced with crack cocaine.
I mean, I've never gotten drug tested at work before, so I don't know what they would do.
Well, that's a good thing because you might need it now. I'm kidding. You work with children. That would be very inappropriate.
Oh, I like your little headline. The Rock killed DC.
I was gonna change it to something. But you know what? I might actually change it. I want to make a snarky comment with it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, is that
okay.
George? Well, are you sure? Why don't go to your room, or maybe that's better than the basement.
Yeah, I'm finishing my food, so I don't
say go to your room, George. Go to your room.
So eat in your room. Okay. Huh? So when you finish, when you're finished. Guys, when you finish, go to your room. Okay, then maybe that'll be better. I'm just saying.
Oh, maybe let me try unplugging and plugging back in. Hold on.
What? Yeah, try that. Is it the same headset, same mic as your room from your room?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Oh, try it. Talk again, because I think you might have had it there. Do it again.
It's the same one.
Okay, yeah, I think you got it. I think you got it.
All right,
yeah,
now that you guys have that all sorted out, I really, really have to go. So,
okay.
Thank you for tolerating me for a little bit. Aaron, I will give you props here. First off, congratulations on possibly being on the New York Jets.
Thank you. The trade hasn't been official yet, but I'm just waiting for the call for me to be officially a Jet.
New York football teams are going to be lit next year.
I know. I'm still rooting for the Bengals. Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck them. I hate them viscerally. They're too too afraid of overtime. Those little bitches have to get the refs to cheat for them. Rigged. At least this year was. And
New York.
yeah. Yeah.
George will come to the parade.
That might be the one.
Which
time
one?
I do miss
Which
work.
one? Which parade are you going to go to?
Oh,
Whoever New York
Giants or Jets fan, George.
wins.
Whichever New York team wins.
Well, either way, a New York win is a New York win.
It is.
It's in New York. All right. I didn't even know you were in New York. Yeah. That's why your microphone's so shitty, because all those millions of people in one place. It makes sense now. And you're surrounded by all these Italians. Like,
I am Italian, so.
And every character in a Scorsese film that narrates every fucking line that they have. Like, all right, this is Joey Tribbiani.
Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
He orders a Jack and Coke every fucking day at the bar and never drinks it. Never drinks it. And I'm like, why is that important to the goddamn plot? It's not. I don't care what the characters had for breakfast. This guy eats Fruit Loops for breakfast. He's a fruitcake for sure. And now we have Tony. Tony eats Cheerios like a real man. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Hey, Tony! What's up, Tony?
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony, how's the family? Spaghetti bullshit.
The family. Oh my God.
I don't know how I got on this rant of Scorsese films, and it's mostly Goodfellas. R.I.P. Ray Liotta, but
I mean,
man, is that narration just bothered the shit out of me.
I don't live that far from where they filmed The Godfather, where the Godfather house is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I live in the same borough as it, but I'm not saying anything else.
What is it? Queens, the Bronx? Is it which borough is it?
I just don't want to know, man.
Staten Island. That's all I'm gonna say.
Have you seen a lot of like ghost faces around?
As far as I know, I
Ghost face.
haven't seen any.
Do you remember that a couple years ago they had the clowns?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Ghost
love
face.
that. That was my favorite thing ever.
We could do the ghost face. They could do ghost face it.
Well, I would figure because the movie just came out and there would be a lot of ghost faces because it takes place in New York. You know, I don't know. One would think they would capitalize on that, and all those street people on Times Square would all be dressed as Ghostface.
Yeah.
No, I guess not. Very unfortunate. But at any rate, yeah, I'm out of here. I love the Italians. They're good people.
Yes, we are. We are good people. Don't believe the stereotypes that Scorsese portrays us.
Yes.
You know, I love
you,
Scorsese
George.
films.
Yes. Scorsese is just in the movies. Plus, he's Jewish. What does he know about Italians? I'm sorry, but I figured that was probably the most Italian thing you could say. He's not a real Italian. Maybe he is. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't care. He just makes good movies that last way too long because the characters won't shut the fuck up. Not unlike me. Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Okay.
Have a good night. Hey, George.
So I saw.
Okay, George.
So I
Yeah,
saw
go
the
ahead. What are your thoughts
big
on
news. Actually, there was like
James Gunn?
two things that happened today. Weird how they happen on the same day.
Yeah. So let's get to James Gunn stuff. What are your thoughts? I already talked about, but I want to know your thoughts.
Oh, I'm excited for it. Look, I trust James Gunn. He is right now 5 for 5 on Marvel and DC projects. He'll potentially be 6 for 6 if Guardians of the Volume 3 turns out good. And I think people they think he's all about humor, but he actually does know how to drive emotion. He knows how to have great character development. This isn't some schmuck director. This is a guy that's got experience. People are we still don't trust James Gunn. It's Gunn's gonna ruin Superman. It's Gunn's one of the few people I still trust with the comic book movie project.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm excited too. I mean, we all knew this was going to happen. I think everybody knew this was going to happen. It's just, I mean, Tom King pretty much confirmed it last week on a stream, and it just became official. Really, today, it's just become official from his.
Well, yeah, I remember he was tied. He almost directed a Superman project years ago.
Yeah,
but he turned it down.
Yes, he did. Because at the time he didn't feel like he had a story of what to write, of what to do with Superman. Now he does. And yeah, the Snyder Con stuff. What do you think it's all about? I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's big at all. I don't think
it. At this point, it's all it's doing is just causing more people to have more conspiracy theories, to be dummies. I know Ray Porter narrated the thing, but they automatically mean it's Darkseid. They don't realize that Ray Porter, I think, has a role in Rebel Moon.
Yeah, he does. He does have a role in Rebel Moon.
See, here's the thing that confuses me about Snyder fans, or at least some of them. It's they like the guy, but yet they don't celebrate or talk about the stuff that he currently has going for him.
Yeah.
He's got Rebel Moon coming out, and look, Rebel Moon could be garbage. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be all that special, but it could, be pretty cool. I mean, it's a science fiction franchise. It could turn out pretty good. But it's either way, if you're a Snyder fan, shouldn't you be excited for something could be potentially enjoyable? Or they like to say how the Snyder movies are badass, badass science fiction.
Yeah. They don't talk about Rebel Moon. They don't care about Rebel Moon.
Who keeps creating all these groups on Discord?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Vortex probably did it.
Vortex is crazy on Discord. And then where's he in the chat? I don't see him at all. What happened to him?
Yeah, I know where he is. I would love it's it's I'll go on Discord and Vortex. We need to talk.
What the heck is this? Scoop chat, man.
What the heck is the Blipper team? Okay, I gotta exit out of this because it's getting annoying. not this stream. I'm talking about Discord.
I know.
But you know what? I'm excited.
I don't know what it is.
For the Superman project. I think James Gunn's gonna make a great film. It's that's what I mean. I don't get when people say we don't trust James Gunn. It's Gunn's got a great record right now. My least favorite project of his, though, the one that I think is probably not his worst, but not his best, was Guardians Volume 2, and that was still a very good film.
Yeah, that wasn't my best of James Gunn, but it was still a solid film.
But there's a lot of people who put it up there with the first Guardians film. So it's for some people they think that's still one of the best Marvel movies.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I mean,
people don't realize how many. You can go. Then you can go.
What was I gonna say? Okay, I mean, here there's a lot of time for this movie from then in July of 2025. They everything is coming to plan. They have everything that's pretty much set up, right? They have stuff. They know what they're doing. All the other stuff, all the other projects, they probably know what they're doing. They're probably waiting Pacific time to announce stuff. Maybe it's Superman's 85th anniversary this year, I believe.
Mhm.
Maybe they can announce they're gonna look. We're gonna get an announcement of who Superman's gonna be, which actor, and it might not be a very well known actor. Maybe be somebody you've seen, but it may not be somebody. This guy. You'd be like, yeah, I see this guy before. It's not gonna be like an actor like, oh my god, it's like for example, it's Tom Cruise is Superman. It's not gonna be like that. You're gonna be like, oh, I've seen this guy before. You know what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
And that's just always Superman's always been, right? Superman's never been a big time actor. Never. Batman is always people that always cast as Batman is always been a known actor. Batman's always had a known actor.
Also, here's the thing: I know quite a few DC fans that actually say Guardians is like one of their favorite Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
for
I know
many
some
DC fans, this is like a win for them because one of the few Marvel films that they do love, like that director, is going to be homing a DC film.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's wrong with Superman having humor? Superman Clark Kent's always had a sense of humor. The character always had humor.
Because people don't want to have fun. Fun in the DC universe is bad.
Yeah, it's just bad. Bad. It's bad to have humor. When Clark Kent has always had his sense of humor. Superman always had a sense of humor. I know he's your favorite, Chris. I know he is. Pine is. I know.
Steve!
If he's Reed Richards, is he going to dye his hair? Because Reed Richards is not blonde.
Is Patty Jenkins going to home Fantastic Four?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, they got a director. Don't worry about that.
Okay. I think things have finally cooled down on Discord.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that was just so weird.
What else is there? I gotta end it soon. I gotta end it like in 15 minutes. We're gonna talk a little more. So, did you see the season episode? Did you see 19 today?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
Okay. It's not a heavy focus episode of Mando and Bo-Katan. They're in it. I'll just say this: it's not really a spoiler. They're not really the focus of this episode that much. There's another character that you'll recognize. Actually, two characters that you'll recognize that this episode focuses on a lot more than Mando and Bo-Katan. I'll just say that. Watch the episode to see. Okay, now Shazam. Let's get to Shazam. Shazam, look, it's getting good reviews. The reviews are out today. The embargo is lifted. The premiere was last night. And it was pretty funny to see that clip of spilled water on the red carpet. It's pretty funny. And I made a joke, it was Aquaman's fault. That's pretty funny. But even with the good reviews, it looks like it's not going to do well on its first opening weekend. 35 domestically and possibly I don't know how much worldwide. Like less than 100. And I know it made 100 million. I know people are saying, the budget's it's only 100 million. And if it makes more than that, it makes a profit, right? Yes, if it makes 101 million, it makes a $1 million profit. Okay. Okay. or whatever. But do you think if it's true, we'll definitely get into it more on Monday. If I do let's talk about it late night episode of this Monday, because we'll probably get the whole opening weekend box office numbers from that movie. But do you think that's a concern from what you're reading and hearing?
I mean, I feel like they failed this movie from the beginning, because remember, this movie was supposed to come out around the same time Way of Water was coming out. So like they were never in a no-win situation with this release date. I mean, I should be concerned that it's not going to make that much, because the first film I still think is very good. I love the first film, and the second film looks like it could be good as well. It's like you have a potentially pretty solid franchise going for you in DC, and you failed it with the marketing, with the crowded release dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like they failed this movie before people went out and saw it for themselves.
And it's coming out during a very stacked March too, like John Wick.
I mean, like these movies that are coming out in March, Creed, Scream, and John Wick are like big box office movies, but still, they got fans.
It's well, I wonder what the future is Zachary Levi in DCU going forward, because
I saw James Gunn was at the premiere.
Yeah, he was. Of course, he's the head of the. He's head of the studio. What? A co-head of the studio. Why not? You should be at the premiere. Yeah. And apparently people like it. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be a terrible movie or a flop, like some people think. Like, I mean, a flop in the sense of being a bad movie. I didn't think it was going to be like that. Maybe box office wise, it might be a flop, but because a lot of good movies said this don't do well at the box office, and vice versa. We all know that. But yeah, it's the you know what? With $100 million budget, it's probably the least faith movie they have in of the four that coming out this year. That's why they decided to have a smaller budget. I don't know what Blue Beetle's budget was. Blue Beetle's. Blue Beetle might be smaller.
Yeah, but I feel like Blue Beetle's got the benefit of coming out in August, which I mean, I think the only other bit like film will be like Ninja Turtles, and I don't think that's gonna make like crazy money.
Yeah.
So like that coming out in like a not so competitive August.
Yeah, it's coming out in the middle of August, Blue Beetle. Yeah, it doesn't say what their budget
I mean,
was.
so far, like I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes, like it's getting good reviews, but it's not like that high of a score compared to the first film.
Oh yeah. It's in the 70s, right?
Yeah, 70.
It's still higher than that, man. we'll have by the end of the day. By end of the weekend, Monday next week, we'll still have a higher score than Ant-Man. This is critics review, right? Because you know the critics review, man. Critics review and the audience reviews, they're always like 20 to 30% apart.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, people don't realize with Rotten Tomatoes, like, a lot of these Rotten ratings could just be like mixed reviews. They're not even like fully negative.
Yeah.
And like not all the positive reviews, like not all of them are like 10 out of 10s or like 9 out of 10s or even like 7 out of 10s. Like it's gonna be like a barrage. You'll have people that will say, "Oh, it's a perfect movie," and then you have people that are like, "Yeah, it's just a good movie." Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
And like that's what people need to take into account.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta end this in a few minutes, so that's rapid stuff. This is the Luthor for Superman and Lois. Actor, what's his name? Actor Michael Chillis. He's if you remember, he plays Abraham in The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. He gets he's one of the few that gets his bashed by Negan, him and Glenn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's playing Lex Luthor. I know what you're all gonna say. Lex Luthor with a goatee, with a long goatee like that. I think he looks kind of cool, actually.
I mean,
This Lex Luthor looks like
nice.
this Lex Luthor looks like he actually beat you up.
Looks a lot better than Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm never gonna get why people defend that version of Lex Luthor. I never will.
Okay, okay, before I end this, I saw Gotham Knights premiere last night. It premiered last night. If you did not know, and let me tell you, it's not good. The main character is a made-up character for the show. Okay.
Wow.
They really made up a character for the show that Bruce adopted. Instead of Dick Grayson or Tim Drake, it's a made up character he adopted. It's not a good show, man. It's not a good show. I don't care, man. You guys care about spoilers? You ready?
No, I don't care. I'm not
Their storyline.
gonna watch the show, so
They're doing Court of Owls. They're starting with the Court of Owls, and Joker's daughter is in it. Dula Dance in it. It's Harper. It's not a good show, man. It's not a good show. It's a show that should not. I think it's not gonna last a season. I mean, a whole year. I guess a sequel, a next season. It's not a good show. It's not really a good show. I'm sorry. Yes, they do have Stephanie Brown in it. Oh, okay. The DC handle changed it to DC official. Okay, thank you, RJ. RJ posted that. DC Comics to DC official.
okay. What is going on?
Really? Like, I respect Eddie Guerrero as a wrestler, but there's other wrestlers before him that deserve a biopic before him, like Hogan, Savage, Steve Austin, The Rock, even Batista, Triple H. I'm sorry, but there's guys who deserve it more. And yeah. I'm gonna end it here, guys. George, go ahead, plug yourself, and put in your chat your YouTube channel.
Okay, you can find me at the George. And tomorrow, I do want to get my review of the first Shazam film done. This weekend, I think Saturday, I'm gonna do a stream on 2 topics. Is if the MCU is in trouble, and the second topic will be about James Gunn directing Superman. So I think I'll probably do that one between 8 or 9 o'clock, that stream, and I'll get more details as we get closer. And also, I'm seeing Shazam Fury of the Gods on Saturday, so Sunday I'll be doing a review on that. So,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy on YouTube for the next 4 days.
So yeah, for me, Saturday, I'm gonna start a little earlier on Saturday for episode 6 of Let's Talk Pop, because I'll be spoiling 2 things: spoiler review of Shazam and episode 19 or chapter 19 of The Mandalorian season 3, and then after that we'll talk about news. What time are you seeing the movie on Saturday?
Probably around 12 o'clock.
Okay, you'll be fine then. Okay.
What time is your stream?
It'll be 4:30 our time.
I might be able to make it. I'll see, because usually I go out around dinner that time sometimes on Saturdays.
It's not gonna be a long stream. It's maybe 2 hours at best, 2.5 hours.
Okay, but yeah, I could probably stop by for the beginning, since I usually do dinner around 5 if I go out. Yeah, my stream will probably be around between 8 or 9. I'm still figuring it out. Got the changes. That's how I want to do it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, George. You can put it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
So make sure to check it out for tomorrow. I'm not. There's no stream. I mean, usually I do a stream on Thursday on my sports channel, but I don't think I'm gonna do one tomorrow. But on this channel, look up for 2 reviews. Chapter 19, spoiler-free review, The Mandalorian for season 3, and Shazam: Fury of the Gods, non-spoiler review after I see the movie. So 2 videos will go up tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, thank you, George. Well, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below, and take care, guys.
Take care, guys.